Is there a monopoly on silver? Well, there is now, because there is a monopoly board that is all focused on the various mints from around the world. Monopoly Numismatic Edition is here, and in that set you also get a 1 ounce silver coin. The Monopoly edition from New Zealand Mint is stunning. And for me, as one of the world's biggest Monopoly geeks, trust me, I tell you all about this in my video today because I am properly geeky. I even entered a Monopoly competition when I was younger, and I have very competitive competition Monopoly with a very good friend of mine on a fairly regular basis, and we are going to absolutely love this set when we play with it. But what do you get in it? What's it like? Well, we're going to find out in today's unboxing and this incredible set of numismatic Monopoly. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for this week's In Focus Friday, where we take a good close look at cool things made of silver, and we are featuring today the Monopoly coin, and indeed the numismatic edition of Monopoly that I picked up at the World Money Fair. Now, I will just say a huge and massive shout out to the New Zealand Mint who gifted me this set. Start, I hope, of a long-term sponsorship and relationship with them, showcasing some of the coolest products that they've got on offer. One might even say they have a monopoly on cool, because they really are producing some absolutely stunning things. So there are links in the description box below to the New Zealand Mint's website, as well as to the Monopoly set. We're not getting kickback if you go and buy that. That's not why I do these videos. We just like to showcase cool things made of silver, and if you do like it, then you can go and buy it yourself. So I also would like to ask you all to put your feedback on this coin and set down in the comment section, because the New Zealand Mint, talking with the people there at the stand in Berlin, we're just really keen to get their products and the feedback out there from the community to see what they're working on and what's good, what's not good, what they like, and so on. So please share your feedback down in the description box below. Now, personally, I am very biased because I absolutely love Monopoly. I have been playing Monopoly. In fact, I remember the first day I saw it on the shelf at my parents' house, and I looked up at the top shelf and I went, "What's Monopoly?" I remember because I was only about 7 or 8 years old, and then, oh my goodness me, my dad taught me how to play. I then taught my younger brother how to play, and we would have literal days worth of Monopoly. I remember having to write loans to the bank for my younger brother, as I consistently would not let him resign, and I would just take all the money from the bank. It was that kind of a brotherly relationship we had. So I have fond memories of Monopoly, and then when I was a teenager, one of my very good friends, who I'm still in touch with today, and we still play Monopoly, and indeed the next time he comes to visit, we will be breaking out this Monopoly set and we will be having a really fun time playing it. We play very competitive Monopoly. In fact, one might even describe it as speedopoly. We process our turns very, very quickly, and we're in. We just know it. So I'm a big Monopoly fiend, big Monopoly geek, and I'm really, really keen to showcase this incredible product. Now, the coin itself, incredibly well put together, showcasing the incredible quality and design of the Monopoly sign, but just the sheer quality of the coin production from the New Zealand Mint. So a really nice piece. And now you do get the coin as well as the set. There is no gold and silver in the actual set itself, even though some of the pieces might look that way. The only precious metal content in this set is from the coin itself. It's 199, I want to say, well, it's priced in euros on the New Zealand Mint's website at the moment. So 199 euros. Of course, you are paying a premium for a proof product, but also Monopolies these days, you buy a branded Monopoly game, they go for like 50, 60 pounds anyway. So I think it's actually a really good deal, especially if you like Monopoly and you like coins, then both of those are for you. Little message from the CEO there, really, really passionate about what they do. I met him in the Berlin Money Fair. You can have a pause and a read of that. I'm not going to read it all out here on camera, but it's just really great to see their passion for bringing these cool, exciting products. So we have here a little Monopoly fact sheet about what's different, what's the same, the rules, everything that you need. If you've never played Monopoly, then you are ready to go. It literally is a fully functional Monopoly game. So inside we have, of course, the main feature being the board, and it's beautiful in black and gold. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the entire thing on camera here, but what I will do, we'll start here at the go. So you are collecting your Monopoly money as you salary, as you pass go. And then, as you'll notice, all around the outside of the board, we have, I love it that they've put tariffs on there. That's absolutely hilarious. So well done to the New Zealand Mint for that. But as we go around the board, you'll notice there are lots of different mints on there. And now This is a collaboration with all of the mints that are named here on the board, which must have been an absolute, well, to coin a phrase, pain in the backside to organise and get approval for every single one. The way that they've done it is by age of mints. So you'll notice they've even got themselves down here on what would, I think, be Whitechapel Road in the original game. Singapore Mint there at Northumberland Avenue. Then we come to the all famous orange set, the best set to have, the most statistically landed on set. We then have up here, of course, free parking. Coming round to the more expensive side of the board, we have some of the older mints in existence. You'll notice that all the stations are, of course, the various different numismatic events from around the world. So the World Money Fairs, etc. We've then got PCGS grading. In fact, we didn't look down on the other side. We've even got NGC grading as the waterworks. Fantastic. Sometimes if you don't get that PF70, you certainly do get those waterworks flowing, that's for sure. I've got a grading video coming out soon which will showcase that. Then we come to some of the even more old school mints and the more expensive mints from around the world, including the Royal Mint here on what was Park Lane, and then Mayfair is taken up by Monnaie de Paris, one of the oldest mints in existence from around the world. So I love that. I love that those are all around there. Now let's we're gonna have to try and get this all on camera as best as we can, because the full set is out here. So there we go, we can have that just about mostly on camera. So what I quite like is that my good friend and I, who play Monopoly kind of as a competitive sport almost, we actually, well, I mean, I bought, because it was my sort of way of saying thank you to him for all of his incredible advice he gives me in terms of like bullion craziness when I'm talking to him about bullion stuff. I bought a 1 gram gold 100 Monopoly pound note, and I sort of joked that that would be our prize. Every time we played Monopoly, whoever would win the session would take home the 1 gram gold. Now we're going to include the 1 ounce silver proof as well. So that is going to be the prize for our little Monopoly games whenever we sit down and have our very, very lengthy Monopoly sessions. It usually ends up with, of course, we just speed run the first few turns, getting all the board sold up and everything. And then we end up with the wheeling dealing. If nobody's got a set outright, we end up having a set. And I remember back in my youth, basically, I love this guy to bits, but Christ, he would drive a hard bargain, and half the time I'd get just a little bit bored and be like, sure, fine, just to get this going, fine, we'll have this deal. And often he'd hoodwink me into the better deal for himself, of course. As I've got older and more wiser, I've been able to push back on him, which I think is very cool. So I will see how it goes. Maybe the numismatic edition will give me a little bit more of an edge when it comes to playing with my good friend. And maybe with my family one day. You know, I've got 2 young kids at the moment. I have no doubt that at some point in their lifetime, they will look at the shelf and go, Daddy, what is Monopoly? Like I said to my dad, and then the rest was history. So we've got here some lovely little gold dice. They're not real gold, can you imagine? Those would be like 1.5 ounces each of gold, but there we go. We've rolled a 6 straight off the bat. That's a good one. Very good starting roll. You get the Angel Islington for that one. And to put in perspective how geeky I am about Monopoly, I've got a number of facts for you. First up, I can remember all of the hotel prices, like what it costs to put hotels on every single set, also what the price of a hotel is if you land on it, pretty much every single rent as well on the board. I'm proper geeky when it comes to that. We have here the houses and hotels there, so you can see all of that. I'm going to say straight off the bat, there are not enough hotels in this set. Now, I don't know whether it's just one of our old sets that we used to play with where we've amalgamated other sets in there, but there's meant to be a limited supply, isn't there? So it's about who gets there first. But there have been games that I've played where we've ended up with hotels on near every single set. It's been a bit of a stalemate. But hey, and then the other geeky thing about Monopoly is, so when I was, I must have been about 14 or 15 years old, I went to Gen Con in America. I'd won a trip through school playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I went to America, and at Gen Con there was a Monopoly sort of tournament where you could enter. And basically it was 4 players per game, and the top 2 of every game after like 40 minutes would go through to the next round. I got through the first round simply by absolute fluke. I managed to get all 4 stations, and in a 4-player game that was golden, and that took me all the way through, and I ended up being in 2nd place in that round. I got absolutely trounced in the 2nd round, but hey, you know what? That's fine. And I was like, yeah, this is absolutely amazing. I love this. And that was a very long time ago. So there we have the full set and my Monopoly geekdom. I do hope you guys have enjoyed that. I think it's cool. I think it's incredible. I love it. I'm a coin guy. I'm a Monopoly guy. I love this. It's really good. The coin as well is a fantastic little addition. And if you've got a Monopoly passion, if you've got a good friend that you have Monopoly sessions with on a almost weekly basis and want to have a nice cool like winner takes it home prize, then this is the perfect present. I think it's stunning. I think it's great. And when I saw it at the New Zealand Mint, I was like, yes, please. I would love to have that in my collection. And I'm very, very fortunate in the position that I am with our work and what we do here on the channel that they were very generous to gift it to me, which is amazing. So thank you to the New Zealand Mint once again. Love everything that you're producing at the moment, and there's some incredible things. I do hope that we'll be working with them into the future. There are some really nice pieces on their website right now that we're going to have a look at, but there's also plenty of cool releases coming up. So if there's anything in particular that you see from the New Zealand Mint that you'd like us to potentially review, then let us know, and we can only but ask. That famous phrase, if you don't ask, you don't get in this world. So yeah, here's all the little pieces as well. Look at that. They're not gold. That would be pretty cool, but they are. Of course, then it would be like a 10,000 euro set rather than not. So very, very cool. Love it. Amazing. Thank you all for watching. Let us know your feedback down in the comment section below. It'd be really great to see what you've got to say about this set and the coin itself. Otherwise, that's it from me. We will see you all on the next video. As always, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. Oh, cool kids. I forgot. Now listen, if you've stayed to now, because let's be quite frank, I've already said my outro, so loads of people will start clicking off. If you are cool and you've played a lot of Monopoly, then you will have won second prize in a beauty contest, collect £10. That's your cool kid club phrase. My favourite, gosh, I think it was is it a chance card or a community chest? I mean, I'm that geeky, I should remember, but I don't remember. I think it's a chance card. It might be a community chest card. Anyway, your code is you've won second prize in a beauty contest, collect £10. And I always say, God knows who won it and what the prize was. But if I won second place, then good luck to them is all I say. That's your code. Put it down in the comment section. Really helps our channel with the engagement, etc., etc. And it gives you a chance to win a Silver Britannia at the end of the month if I randomly choose this video and your comment. Thanks now, indeed, for watching, and we'll see you on the next video as always. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.